Hey everybody, it's me making this talking video. I've been meaning to make this video for quite a while now, but I feel like now is a perfect time to sort of think about and reflect upon what has sort of happened, not throughout the last few weeks, but on a much larger timescale, and sort of paint a general sketch of what I'm intending to do in the future. But also, I want to take you through some stuff that I've never really said, my opinions on things and just sort of what I've been thinking of lately about this whole channel, as a matter of fact. So I'm going to rewind back to just over a month ago at this rate, when my whole channel was demonetized from the partner program. So in that video, I discussed how me making YouTube shorts was violating YouTube's policies and whatnot, which it's fair play to them. I was violating it pretty clearly. I didn't know I was violating it back then, but reading over it now, it clearly I did. So I'm not putting any blame on them. But when I first got demonetized, I sort of had a thought. It was a little bit surprising that I just got it without any warning. They just took my monetization away. But it's sort of a bittersweet moment. Bitter in a way where I would stop making money off YouTube for quite a while. It's like 2 or 3 months, actually, where I don't make any money. But sweet in a way where it felt like I was sort of taken away from the higher, more excessive class of YouTube. And what I mean by that is, when you're in the partner program, it sort of signifies at a rate where you're sort of becoming something. I'm about to hit 8k subs. I even achieved 1 million views like a week ago, and even though those might sound like rookie numbers, it took me quite a while to get here, and clearly the difference I make in terms of the statistics, the views I get nowadays, is a lot different and a lot more than what it would be like a year ago or even 2 years ago at this rate. So to say that, I don't know, 1 million views is little, it's sort of an understatement. It's still something to me. It's probably something to a lot of new aspiring content creators on YouTube that dream that get 1 million views, and I'm just sitting here being the grumpy man, just talking about how everything sucks and how YouTube sucks and whatnot. But not getting off topic here. I just felt like I needed to reevaluate what I wanted to do with YouTube, as a matter of fact. Because before then, I have tried numerous times to excessively grow this YouTube thing out, It's not in a point where, oh, I want to make YouTube my career, I want to, make all the money and make all the hot babes with YouTube, because that's never my goal for YouTube, as a matter of fact. Instead, my goal for YouTube is to just sort of showcase a side of me where I was a little bit more passionate in, because I've always been a very inclusive person. I've never really been very open about my feelings at all. I've never really expressed what I like doing, so that's why I sort of started YouTube in the first place, to showcase what I wanted to do, really. That's why back in 2020, when I made my first channel, I was 12 years old. Yep, only 12. I still have my squeaky voice. I haven't even hit puberty yet. I was starting high school, year 7. It was all like, just brainwashed at that point. And this was during a time of COVID, by the way. This was like the first lockdown. But, yeah, I started the whole YouTube thing back then. And honestly, it was amazing. The first few years of me doing YouTube on my old channel, of course, which I've discussed previous times now. But back when I didn't have any expectation. Instead, just little surprises on the way. I'd be so excited if a video got 100 views. I'd be so excited if someone commented on a video. And I'd be like so ecstatic whenever I live stream, someone pops up in chat. Like there was this one Hypixel live stream I did where a guy with like 800k subs joined in and just said one word. And I was like, oh my god, a guy came in my YouTube chat that's sort of famous. Oh my god. Even though they only said one word and probably left the live stream right after that, it's insignificant to them. But me back then, when I was live streaming, at that moment, I was excited. I was surprised, Gotta think of better adjectives. But that, suffice to say, that was what I was feeling back then. Nowadays, though, it's completely different. Me trying to excessively grow this channel out is actually hurting me a lot, Back when, a few years ago at this rate, even 2 or 1 year ago when I was first starting to pick up this YouTube thing, I was trying desperately to make it work, to actually get the views, get the stuff. Like, I was uploading daily. I'd spend a lot of my time just thinking of new ideas, actually recording it, getting editors. Like, that's a new stage for me, actually getting editors to edit my videos. I even asked some of my friends to make thumbnails for me. That's how brainwashed I was. I don't like to use the word that, but that was just how um that was just how much I wanted to grow my channel out so badly. It was so excessive behavior that definitely did not fit for a 15-year-old mindset or a 16-year-old mindset. You know, I shouldn't be thinking about this sort of stuff. I should be thinking about school and life and other crap. But that was what I was doing for a while. You know, the first wave when I tried to do it, it sort of worked, sort of, but not really. And then when I did the whole daily uploads, the whole schedule uploads where I'd record like 5 videos in a singular day and send them off to my editors in a row, and, you know, I'd upload them over the week and whatnot. That was mentally draining behavior. And looking back at it, it's something that I definitely do not want to replicate anymore. Because it felt like I lost sight or lost the mindset of why I even started YouTube in the first place. Which was not to get the views, not to get the money and whatnot, but instead just to have a little bit of fun. Just to showcase a side of me that I never really did before, you know? Because, you know, a little bit of context here. I've always been a YouTube guy when I was a kid, you know. Back in the school holidays, I'd just be watching some of my favorite YouTubers back then. Like, some honorable mentions include Markiplier, PewDiePie, Unspeakable Gaming for some reason. That was when I was a kid. Who else? LD Shadow Lady, I watched you for a little bit. A bunch of very old retro OG YouTubers. Zach Scott Games, you're another guy, etc, etc. But those were big YouTubers-ish back in the olden days, and I'd be binge watching it the whole day. Like, my entire life when I was in primary school was just binge watching these YouTubers over and over because I enjoyed it, and I always aspired, maybe I want to do this sort of stuff, you know, as a hobby. Like, on my mum's old iPad, I'd have just the worst recordings of me trying to actually, you know, mimic myself making a video. You know, I'd be playing Geometry Dash on my dad's iPad, recording it on my mum's iPad, you know, with some commentary in the background with my grandma just listening to me. It's really crazy behavior, but it's something, YouTube is definitely something that I wanted to do, and look at where I am now. So, with all that time passed, here's where we catch up to, like, the present day moment. You know, all the stuff I just said previously sort of makes sense if you think about it now. Because I'm done with excessively growing out this channel. I'm done with actually trying, you know? And I have actually put my foot down and I've experimented, and I realize now that I just don't need to do this anymore. Over the past week, I've been uploading my live Let's Play on Deltarune. And those don't get very many views. They only get like 10, 20, 30 max. And I know the reason for that is because people want to play the game, not watch other people play the game. And that's perfectly fair. And to that I say, I don't really care at that rate. Because I realize now that I prefer just to play the game I like playing a lot. I enjoy Deltarune a lot. And just record it and sort of store in the reaction, store in the first playthrough memories in YouTube video style, and keep it for me forever so I can rewatch it whenever I want to, instead of just, you know, trying to do other things that actually benefited my channel. Like, it's a bit crazy, but that's why I even do a live commentary. That's why I even do genuine playthroughs. I don't just watch a guide on how to beat Deltarune, because that ruins all the fun, you know? I could be doing all the secret runs right now, but I much prefer seeing my live reaction to all the things occurring. Something that a lot of people do take for granted. Especially about the fact where, you know, stuff where people take for granted and you're never going to get back ever in your life, you know, and that's some things that I've been reflecting upon. And, you know, that's just fair to say that a lot of people that are returning viewers to my channel don't really care about Deltarune. They don't care about any of the content I make. They only care about one specific thing, and a lot of other YouTubers have talked about this in their previous times. I even talked about it in my previous talking video on how to enjoy YouTube and whatnot, but suffice to say, it doesn't matter. And what I mean by returning viewers only coming back for one specific content type is my Geometry Dash live streams. I don't know why, but these live streams have been the most rewarding experience for me on YouTube I've ever experienced. It's a little bit bizarre, it's a bit crazy, because I definitely was not expecting it, but the live streams sort of caught me up to where I was today. You know, it supplemented my growth on YouTube. I started the live streams 2 years ago when I had 400, and now we've 10-tupled that. Duo-tupled, I don't know what the word is, but we're at 8k now. And it's not all from the live streams, but a lot of it came from there. It started everything, so I'm totally grateful for that, but I also realize now that I don't really enjoy playing Geodash anymore, and that's completely fair. I've been playing the game for maybe a decade now. I started in 1.9, you know, I started in 2018, 17, whenever. It's been a very long time since I played Geodash, and we get bored of games, especially persistent games, where it feels like there's never-ending content just pumping out the pipeline in Geodash, you know, it's just level after level, level after level. There's no 100% completion. It's just there to tire yourself out. So we all get bored of games like that, and that's why I don't play it anymore, and that's why I don't make live streams on it anymore. Like the last 2-3 live streams I did was just not what I want, like not genuine enough for me to actually like take it in. You know, that was at a rate where I was still trying to excessively grow my YouTube channel out. So much to the fact where I started live streaming on my TikTok account, which has like 9k followers, which is insane. That's a whole different realm. But I was doing TikTok live in the same time as my YouTube live to get double the audience. It sort of works somehow. Like, we got like 20 concurrent viewers, which is a lot. Alright, 20 concurrent viewers is a lot for a guy that doesn't really care about anything. So, that aside, what I want to say is, with these Geodash live streams, I don't really see a future in them anymore. And I know it's disappointing for me to say that, but it's just clearly something I don't really want to pursue anymore. Instead, I just want to go to other things, you know? Other things that actually I enjoy. Because it's what my original goal was. It's why I even started this thing in the first place. It's just to have fun, to enjoy the ride, instead of having to actually care about this stuff. I've been reflecting, and I realize now that me actually putting in the effort for this stuff is just not rewarding anymore. It's actually detrimental to me. I have made a lot of things I regret. I've done a lot of things I regret. And I want to rectify them. I don't want to repeat them. You know, all the past mistakes I've done, they're the past. And I want to keep them that way. I don't want to keep them going on forever. And with that, I just want to say that it's been quite a rewarding experience, but one with a lot of obstacles along the way. It sounds dumb, but just please take that metaphor in and realize my situation right now. So yeah, that's where I've been for the past few times. That's why this channel is just dead. You know, I've been stuck at 7.9k subs for a really long time now. And I could easily just say, oh, alright, let's load up Geometry Dash and do all this stuff again, but I prefer not to. I prefer just to keep my stuff silent. You know, just to, you know, have a little nook in the cranny. Because that's what it's kind of why I even started this stuff in the first place. It's not for anyone else to take control of this stuff. It's all about me. It's all about me. I know it sounds narcissistic, but it's all about me. So, yeah, that's kind of what I wanted to talk about, really. Just where I have been coming up to for the past... It's a very long time span that I'm talking about. It's not just now. It's not just for the past month, but throughout, like, years, I realized that it's just not worth it anymore. And I kind of want to take a break and just let it rip, you know? Maybe you could say I'm reaching the end of the line. Maybe it is the end of the line, and I just haven't, you know, admitted to it yet. Maybe I'm completely oblivious that I am at the end of the line, and that there really isn't a point anymore. But maybe somewhere it isn't, and maybe somewhere I haven't peaked yet, even though it feels like I already have. It's all just a crazy world after all, and I realize now that it just doesn't matter. There's other things I want to do, and you shouldn't really care about me. Yeah, I do apologize to the people that do care about me genuinely, because I know some of you do, like my returning viewers that watch all my Deltarune videos, even though personally they probably don't even play Deltarune. But yeah, to the returning viewers, I do apologize for this video. I know it might have been hard, but then again, you should not care about me. You should not care about anything that I do, because that's for me to care about, not for you guys to care about. You should only care about watching my content if you genuinely enjoy it. And if you do, drop me a like, drop me a comment, because it give me some reassurance. But other than that, though, yeah, that's all I had to say about that. Hope you enjoy the rest of your day or night, because I'm recording this at night. It's 10:30. Yeah, that's all I have to say. That's all I have to say.